Federalism allows states and center to function independently without interference. ശക്തമായ കേന്ദ്രവും സംതൃപ്തമായ സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളും. That is the dream envisioned by federalism. Federalism is essential in addressing region-specific challenges to adopt locally suited strategies. Professor Sunny, who is chairing this seminar, respected dignitaries on and of the dais, dear students. First of all, I congratulate the Kerala Legislative Assembly for holding this seminar for commemorating the 75th anniversary of the Constitution of India, which is the largest constitution, written constitution in the world. Federalism stands out not merely as a structural division of power, but as a living principle that nurtures the unity of a diverse nation like India. Federalism in India is not a mechanical transplant of Western models, but a carefully drafted or rather crafted and contextually grounded system. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said our constitution is federal in form, but unitary in spirit. Federal structure of our constitution is built on the delicate balance of power between the central and state governments. Federalism is a compromise between strong centralized government and loose confederation of independent states. It is the bedrock of our democratic identity. It essentially refers to division of powers between the center and the state, allowing them to function independently within the fields assigned to them. Our constitution is neither fully federal nor fully unitary, so we call it as quasi-federal. It can operate as both, adapting to the exigencies of governance. During normalcy, it functions as federal, and in war and crisis, it functions as unitary. This dynamic federalism has enabled India to maintain national unity without suppressing regional diversity. The diversity of climate, language, and culture demanded a decentralized approach. Federalism is essential in addressing region-specific challenges to adopt locally suited strategies. Federalism is a structural safeguard against authoritarianism and centralization. It enables diversity to coexist with democratic unity. Federalism is important as far as India is concerned due to its regionalistic, social, and cultural diversities. To uphold the dignity of the preamble, a healthy relationship between the center and the state is essential. They have to act independently within their defined area of authority, ensuring they do not overstep or interfere with each other and avoid any constitutional conflicts. A strong government at the center is necessary to ensure the integrity and unity of the nation, and it has got supremacy over those spheres. At the same time, autonomy of the states shall not be suppressed on partisan considerations. Like Karanavar in our erstwhile joint family, he has to protect the family united, keeping it safe from all kinds of internal disruptions and external disturbances and intrusions. Same time, the aspirations of the children and their well-being is to be protected. Federalism allows states and center to function independently without interference, thereby facilitating development of the country. It contributes for a robust and inclusive nation-building process. So the integrity of the federal structure has to be upheld. Each state is an integral part of the nation, like different organs of the body. Pain or swelling, even on a little finger, will affect the well-being of the entire body. In the nation-building process, no part of our country can be ignored, induced by regionalistic, cultural, linguistic, political, social, or economic disparities. Area of differences shall not be a barrier for the healthy relationship between the center and the states. Power to be balanced to make sure governance is fair and equal for everyone. Nowadays, we are facing so many challenges to federalism. Increasing tendency towards centralization, regional disparities that are creating tension between center and states, political polarization, arbitrary use of Article 356, fiscal centralization and delay in GST compensation, politically motivated actions by functionaries exercising sovereign power, coalition government, etc., are there. You cannot do indirectly what you cannot do directly. No act shall be arbitrary, conflicting with the constitutional mandate. Any violations are subject to judicial review, and there shall not be any overstepping of power. Courts are playing a key role in keeping the balance, to keep a fragile balance between the governing powers sharing between the center and the state. The courts are interpreting the law and has the power to declare any law invalid if it contravenes with the mandate of the Constitution. The judicial supremacy is what really makes and keeps India federal. In a federal state, dispute between center and state as well as between states are common and natural. Judiciary resolves the disputes between center and the states and also disputes among the states. A requirement of an autonomous body such as Supreme Court to preserve the fragile balance of governing forces allocated between center and the states is one of the fundamental characteristics of a federal state. While interpreting constitution, the courts act as protector and guardian, keeping all authorities such as legislative, executive, administrative, judicial and quasi-judicial within its bounds. Judiciary is involved in upholding federal principles in shaping India into a quasi-federal country as we see today. Judiciary ensures autonomy of states while ensuring national unity. Judiciary interprets law, settles disputes, and administers justice. It is the watchdog of democracy and the guardian of the Constitution. For democracy to function effectively, there must be an independent and impartial judiciary. That doesn't mean that judiciary functions arbitrarily and without any accountability. It is accountable to the Constitution of the country. The judiciary, which is the judicial branch of the government, is the most prominent of all the three, and it plays a major role in smooth functioning of the nation. It preserves the balance of power among all the branches, and people turn to them to protect their rights. Court must be autonomous and without executive interventions. It must be equal and impartial in maintaining the balance on the other two institutions, that is legislative and executive, in case of constitutional violation. An independent judiciary is required to ensure that federal system of India work properly. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, Article 32 is the most important part of the Constitution, without which the entire document could be a nullity. It is the heart and soul of the Constitution. It is the greatest safeguard for the safety and security of the individual. Judiciary has the absolute power to declare what the law is and to declare a law as invalid when it conflicts with the Constitution. Regarding judicial review also, the power is inherent in a written constitution unless explicitly prohibited by constitutional provisions. Power exerted by court to examine the actions of legislative, executive and administrative arms of the government to ensure conformity with the provisions of Constitution. For federalism to survive, there must be respect towards state autonomy irrespective of political or other differences. There should be timely fiscal transfers, as most of the states are depending on central transfers of funds. and there must be neutrality of judiciary to safeguard the constitution and the equilibrium we need. As our Honorable Chief Minister said in the morning session, what is the dream of federalism is, we say in Malayalam, Shaktamaya Kendravum, Samtriptamaya Samsthanangalum. That is the dream envisioned by federalism. Thank you.